Hello and welcome to You Don't Understand. My name's Dustin, and this is more dating advice. You know, I've made a lot of videos regarding relationship and dating advice, but I just realized the other day that I forgot the most, well, one of the most, basic advice there is about dating. And that's... not quite. What to do when you go on a date. I'll start this off by saying you do not want to go to a movie for a first date. I mean, I tried recently. You know, Paranormal Activity 4 was coming out. I know she saw 1, 2, and 3. I thought she would like it. And I got turned down anyway. What was I talking about? A movie. Right. Okay, so a movie's not a bad thing for a date, just not the first one. Because when you're first starting out to date the person, you're still anxious. You don't know her. She doesn't know you. You're pretty much sitting next to a complete stranger who you may find attractive. Now, if you're the guy, the movie's going, you want to put your arm around her because you can't wait to get into the action. I understand. But the thing is, you don't know her yet. And so, either you're not comfortable or she's not comfortable. And besides, when you try to put your arm around her, and because you don't know her, you sort of do that nervous thing. It's like, should I? I don't know. How romantic. It's just a big mess. It's more of a second date type of thing. Anywho, back to the first date. What you want to do is take her out for dinner or coffee. See, this is a good first date because it's what gets rid of any nervousness. And as long as you hit it off, you're talking well to each other, you know, you're laughing because you're making jokes. By the end of it, you'll know whether or not you're worthy enough to put your arm around her. On the second date. I mean, think about it. Let's say the date goes well, you're laughing with her, you're talking, just getting along very well. The date's over, what do? You give her a hug, right? Well, there you go. The first connection has already been made. It won't feel so weird to put your arm around her next time, right? Rules. Do not take her to an expensive restaurant. Not yet. Not only will you be paying a lot for someone you may not even get together with, you know, boyfriend-girlfriend thing, but you may end up having her feeling like you're paying way too much for things already, and you'll probably make her end up thinking about that instead of thinking about you and getting to know you. So go somewhere cheap, like Denny's. I love Denny's. It's cheap, it's boring, and you can pay attention to each other, because you're the most interesting thing in the room. Or take her for coffee. Who doesn't like coffee? Where's my coffee? I lost my coffee. Be right back. Where was I? First date. Second date. Ah, right. Now this question I get a lot. What do we talk about? I need help, Dustin. We're just sitting here awkward, just eating or drinking our coffee and we don't know what to say. The key is to get her I almost said get her coffee. The key is to get her talking and keep her talking. You don't want to talk too much because you may end up looking self-centered. See, I like to be creative. I like to put her on the spot. It gets her talking anyway. I come up with something creative like, so what's your story? And she may look confused and she's just like, story? And I just look at her intentionally, just like, yeah, what's your story? What's your job? Do you have any kids? Do you go to school? How did you get here? Okay, so I don't say it just like that, but you get my point. But after saying that, you have to smirk. You know, you just let her know that you're just picking on her. At the same time, she'll know that you're picking on her, but she'll also know that you're interested, and it will make her mind race. If that doesn't work, try the 20 question. Try the 20 question. I can't talk. Try the 20 question. Why can't I say it? Try the 20 question game. It doesn't have to be 20 questions, but you ask her something and then she'll ask you something. It could be something completely random. What's your favorite food? I like tacos. What's your favorite food? I like crab meat. I want to change my answer to crab meat. Really? I love crab meat. We should go for crab sometime. After this Denny's thing. See that? I got along with me so well. But next thing you know, you've strayed away from the whole 20 question game. Now I said it right. And you're probably just talking in a deep conversation and hitting it off pretty well. You're welcome. After the Denny's date is done, you see her to her car because most likely she didn't want you to drive her on the first date because she just met you. You walk her to her car, you give her a hug. Most likely she'll give you a hug even if it's a nervous hug. It will get the rest of the nervousness out of the way. But before she leaves, schedule another date with her. This time, it's a good time for a movie. So when you leave and you do give her a hug, if she allows it, that will ensure you whether or not you can put your arm around her next time. And when you see her again, before you go into the theater, or maybe you're picking her up, give her a hug immediately. That makes the second hug less uncomfortable, and she's much more used to touching you now. So now she doesn't seem to mind as much if your arm's around her, right? And by the second one, I mean, sure, the first one's going to be a nervous hug, but the second one you can usually tell how nervous or uncomfortable she is touching you. She can either do the good hug, which is the whole, you're close, you've put your whole body into it, oh, it's nice. Or she'll do the ass out hug, which is nervousness, and she doesn't want to get that close to you. You know, the ass out hug, how she goes like this, and then hugs you like this. At that point, you'll know that she does not want her body against yours. And if you try to put your arm around her after that, there will still be nervousness. It ain't working. Go for one more date, and if that doesn't work, I'd move on to someone else. Final diagnosis. Movie is a second date thing. Dinner or coffee is a first date thing. The first date is the talking to get to know each other, to get more comfortable with each other. The movie is the whole trying something thing. I, however, will not tell you when is the time that you'll get lucky. That is up to you. Or her. Or both. I don't know. Oh, hello, Woody. Say hello to the camera. Hello. You're so cute, I love you. Thank you for watching another episode of You Don't Understand. I have to go now. Make sure you subscribe to my Facebook. I'd say my Twitter, but I'm not on that very much. But subscribe to this channel.